Shalom. First and foremost, as always, one of all praises, honor, and glory. YAHAWAH, Shai, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And a sincere shalom to the elect out there who teach this truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, this is a article I got pulled up from Newsweek, and it's titled "Women Are Quiet Quitting Their Marriages." Okay, because let me get this scripture first, actually. Because Esau Edom is turning everything upside down. Okay, he's breaking apart all traditions. This is Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Though shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Okay, Esau Edom doesn't have any understanding of what's right and what's wrong. Well, I mean, all he has is, actually, let me rephrase that. All he has is understanding of what's wrong. Okay? It's not in his spirit to do right. And as we get closer and closer to him trying to establish this new world order, okay, everything is being done ass backwards or back asswards or whatever. Okay, everything is being turned upside down. Okay, back in the day, especially during ancient times, when people were friendly with their neighbors, they had a strong family unit. Okay, and the family was in order. But Esau Edom, especially since he started this feminism movement, okay, which he takes credit for, he's trying to destroy the family unit. Okay, the children don't listen to their parents; they're rebellious. The parents aren't allowed to discipline the children. Okay, the husband's got to be a servant to his wife because the court systems and the authorities are always on the side of a woman. Okay, they've been given too much liberty to run their mouth and gad abroad. You know, everything's completely out of order. And, you know, all the things that he's putting in the food, the culture that he's created, he's basically created a culture, especially in Western society, of a bunch of weak men. Okay? A bunch of effeminate men. Okay? Like you're not allowed to be courageous in this society when it comes to your family. Okay, you're not allowed to really guide your family the way that you want to or the way that you should. Okay, when really somebody has to be the leader in the household, but you're not allowed to be the leader in the household. Okay, there's no justice in this society, man. You know, you're not even allowed to really defend your family in this society. If somebody comes at your family, okay, they actually have to be in the act of harming them in order for you to defend your family in a lot of these states, according to their law systems. Okay? Or because if you defend your family, then you'll go to jail. And then who's going to take care of your family? Okay? You know, and Esau Edom, he's created a society where women sleep around and they're encouraged not to be loyal, but yet the men are encouraged to be loyal to their woman. Okay? Now, why would you be loyal to a woman who's encouraged and doesn't want to be loyal to you? You know? But, you know, when I read this headline, I think of, you know, how they're being enabled. They're being enabled because women are the weaker vessel, okay? They're just going to go with the flow, status quo. They're being enabled to be like this. They're being encouraged to be like this. Okay? There's plenty of stories out there where you had a young daddy's girl growing up. And then when she goes to college, all that shit goes out the window, man. Okay? Sending your daughter to college as a father should be man, that should be like that's one of the dumbest things that a father could do is send his daughter off to fucking college. You're basically signing your way to society. Okay? And I've seen it, man. Plenty of pretty young girls that could marry rich guys. Okay? Instead, their fathers want them to go to college. Well, you're just a fucking stupid fool. And you're asking your daughter to be a harlot when you do that. But anyways, let's get into this article. Enough of my ranting. Here we go with the pop-ups. It's a common story in today's day and age. Why? Because it's created like that. Okay. A woman tells her husband she wants a divorce, which, according to the scriptures, a woman is not allowed to divorce her husband. Only he is allowed to divorce her. Let's get that. Let's get that out of the way. Romans 7:1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law. Okay, you see how everything is turned upside down? How that the law had dominion over a man as long as he liveth? For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. So then, if, while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. Okay? So, even if a husband divorces his wife, okay, she's not allowed to get with another man. Now, imagine trying to explain that in today's society. As long as your ass is alive, she's not allowed to uh to be with another man. Imagine that in this society, man. Trying to explain that to these fucking women. Okay? Where they're encouraged to go with their feelings and do what makes them feel good. Okay? A woman's feelings are fickle, man. Okay, she's only gonna enjoy something for a season. Then she's gonna want to and then she's gonna want something different. You know? Then she's gonna want to do something different. Now, where in this does it say that the woman is allowed to divorce the husband? Okay? So a woman is not supposed to initiate a divorce. He is stunned, blindsided, unsure exactly what went wrong because they don't have understanding. They were mostly happy, right? The trend of quiet quitting has become prevalent within today's marriages. Women initiate about 70% of divorces. And this is why I made made this video, man, because I seen this and I said, whoa, I got to do a video on this. This spells New World Order all over it. Okay? I would love to see what the percent of divorces is in these other countries like India and that. Like, let me oh, hey, a recent study shows that India has the lowest rate of divorce in the world. Only 13 out of 1,000 marriages in India, a mere 1%, end in divorce. You can bet your ass that even if women are allowed to divorce in India, well, hey, that just goes to show you, man. You know why so many men. Oh, wait. Oh, see, that's why so many men go to these third world countries and they find themselves a wife. Okay? Because there's a certain spirit in a woman that, certain level of humility that you have to have in order to get this down to 1%. Who knows what it was in ancient Israel? Okay? It was probably about that. See? Then you got women that have too much freedom, you know? Divorce rates by country. Let's look at this. I guarantee you, let's look at the lowest. 12 countries with the lowest divorce rate. Well, this says something different than what I read. But yeah, it's Sri Lanka, Guatemala, Vietnam. Countries where they practice tradition, man. Where the New World Order and the elites haven't really infiltrated that much. Okay? Countries where there's still some fucking real women. uh, all right, so let's continue on. Women initiate about 70% of divorces, although outside of marriage, men and women end relationships at roughly equal rates. After the divorce papers are served, men often say they were shocked, unaware the separation was coming at all, and entirely blindsided on what went wrong. It's because in many cases, women had quit their relationships long ago. That's why you can't trust these women. They just didn't say anything, according to family therapists. Quiet quitting in a marriage is often a biological freeze response. Christine Scott Hudson, a licensed psychotherapist and the owner of Create Your Life Studio in Santa Barbara, California, told Newsweek, when things in the marriage feel hopeless for a long time, such as when nothing a spouse says or does seems to have any effect on the state of the marriage, the nervous system might feel trapped and begin to go into a freeze response. The fuck out of here, man. It's because women are fucking weak, man. Women always freeze up when things get tough. Okay, but a man battles, you know? And honestly, a lot of this has to do with the fact that they have way too much fucking liberty and freedom in this place, man. Let me get this in see this. Let's read this in Sirach 26. Blessed is the man that hath the virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. Now keep in mind, man, when a man's family is in disarray, he loses something to fight for. And that's why this is being done by design, man. Because they don't want people to stand up. Okay? Because they know the women ain't gonna stand up for what's right. See, these elites, they know this stuff. So they emasculate the men and give them nothing to fight for. Okay? So that he can continue on with his New World Order agenda. That's what it's all about, really. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. Let me jump down to verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue, which communicateth with all. An evil wife is a yoke, shaken to and fro. Okay? It's basically like bondage. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. You know? And in this society, they use your children against you, man. When you have a child with a woman, man, she got you. Okay? She just leave her ass and go on child support. You know? Shit, I know a guy with I work with a guy with child support, man. He basically be working all week and makes like barely $150 at the end of the week after they take out his child support. Like, how are you supposed to live off that? You know, with alimony and shit. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad cause great anger. She will not cover her own shame. And that's how these women are, man. They don't feel bad about anything that they do because they get a free pass to act like this. You know, you got all these Captain Save-A-Hoes out there that'll big up for it. Say, "Oh man, she was so pressed. She was treated like shit." Honestly, there's times when a woman deserves to be treated like shit, man. Okay, they're supposed to receive some kind of discipline because they don't know how to fucking act. Now, I'm not encouraging you to get physical with your woman because you should try to avoid that. Okay, especially in this society, man. Okay, but women are like big kids, man. They need to be disciplined once in a while, man. They need to be told what the fuck is up. You know, let them have their little. I mean, and then they have all these little temper tantrums. That just shows that they're like big kids, man. Okay, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids, which a lot of these stupid men these days they go for women that like that wear all that eye makeup and look like a slut, and then they wonder why they get fucked over, man. You know, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself to overmuch liberty. And now you got all these young girls, man. They're fucking attention whores as soon as they're able to get on social media. You know, before they're out their father's house, they're already playing the harlot. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. Because by the time these girls graduate high school, man, they've already, or college, I should say, they've already been fucking ran through, you know? And it's wicked. That's wicked, man. Once a woman starts playing the harlot, man, she got so many spirits on her, it's almost impossible to come back. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow, which means that she's open to any such man that comes her way, man. You know, they got all these men up in their DMs. They go out to the bar or the club, and they got all these men fucking thirsting after them. They love all that shit, man. They love all that attention. Okay, because this society encourages that kind of behavior. You know, she's willing to listen to any philosophy. She's always confused, doesn't know what to believe. She's going in every different direction. In her actions, uncontrollable, undisciplined, not humble. Okay? The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and these women are shameless dogs. And I believe that's in the chapter before this chapter. And her continent mind cannot be valued. Okay? As the sun when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. And now they just want to disrupt the house, man. Okay? Now some guy comes along and sweet talks her when she's out or at the job or whatever, and she wants to completely destroy the family. Okay? She wants to completely destroy the family. She wants the house and the kids. You know? Well, hey, verse 22, a harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. You know? Society is fucking backwards, man. This is Isaiah 3 and 12. We'll get these last couple scriptures and then we'll wrap it up. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. Because women are leading the men in this relationship. You look at any show out there, you know, it's always the man trying to please the woman. You know, they're making the man look like a dumb buffoon who can't do nothing right. Then here comes the woman to bring the wisdom. Then he's just sitting there being a chump, trying to get his wife back to the end of the episode. He got his wife mad at him in the beginning of the episode, and he spends the whole fucking episode trying to win her heart back. And he's made to be like a fucking pushover buffoon, man. That's why I'm glad that I'm glad that I haven't had uh cable TV in fucking years, man. That shit is a waste of money and it's fucking crap. You need, man, get away from that shit, man. If you brothers want, get you some YouTube TV or one of them subscription based services. But it's like that in all these fucking movies too, man. You can't get away from it. Bullshit, man. Making all these men weak, you know. And well, hey, I mean, just like it says, children are their oppressors. You know, children are their oppressors, man. Once a man has a child with a woman, he pretty much got to toe the line. He got to toe the line, or his life is ruined, man. You know, once some courts get through, once some courts get through at your ass, you'll be living with your parents the rest of your life, man. Paying that shit off. And then she's sitting there with the kids 5 to 6 days a week, making you seem like a fucking asshole. And then when you get the kids, you can't really do nothing with them because the child support and the alimony took all your money, so you can't enjoy your children. Y'all basically got to sit around and watch the fucking idiot box. Okay. Hey, we don't even need to go over this scripture, but this is Proverbs 31 and 3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroy kings. So you're not supposed to give your strength unto women, man. And Esau Edom in this society has already given your strength to women. Let's get this, and then we'll wrap it up. Sirach 25 and 13, known as Ecclesiasticus, and the Apocrypha. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, okay, which is your mind, okay? And a woman could really fuck your head up, man. You, when you're out doing other activities, man, it'll constantly be on your mind. If you're going through troubles with your woman, okay? and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, and any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I had rather dwell with the lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Your ass is over with. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, but when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the sinner portion of a sinner fall upon her. As this climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the age, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Okay, I mean, you know what? They don't ever shut the fuck up. You can't debate logically with the woman. She'll just go on and go on and go on and won't ever shut the fuck up, especially when she's in an emotional state. They don't think logically. Okay, and in this society, getting back into it, okay, that's part of the instruments of the churl, which I was going to bring out. Okay, that's one of the instruments of the churl, man, making it so that these women feel encouraged to talk back to you. They're supposed to talk back to yourself, to them, to their man. They're supposed to be empowered and stand up. Okay, that's part of the instruments of the churl, man, so you could have an easier time bringing about his new world order by destroying the family unit, by bringing it out of order and creating chaos in the household. Okay. Verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Okay. You're not supposed to desire a woman just for pleasure, man. Okay. When you do that, then you're asking for trouble. You're just asking for trouble, man. You're asking to be, to go through all kinds of hell. Just getting with a woman just because she looks good. I'm not saying that physical attraction is a part of it. Okay, but you shouldn't be desiring to have a fucking relationship with a woman just for some fucking pleasure, man. Because that's not how it's supposed to be. That's how the world teaches you to think. Okay? A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Okay? Wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and wounded heart. Right? She destroys the manliness of a man. Okay? And creates wounds deep inside his mind. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Because that's really what they're supposed to do, man. They're supposed to comfort us when we're stressed out. We need some affection. That's why they're all feminine and gentle, man. They're supposed to fill that role. Okay, they're supposed to be the nursing. They're supposed to be like a nurse. Okay. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And that's what's going on in this society, man. And that's why this is happening. Because they're automatically given liberty to gad abroad. You can't keep these women under control, man. Okay? Give the water no passage. That's talking about getting into letting these wicked philosophies get into the mind of your woman. Okay? Letting her girlfriends be busybodies, man. It's too fucking easy in this society, man. Okay? Women aren't really supposed to be exposed to all this other shit because they're the weaker vessel. But with that, I hope you brothers were edified and informed. Till next time, shalom.